It's Travel Michigan. I'm Dave Lorenz, along with Michelle Grinnell, as we explore the beautiful state of Michigan. We are heading to a lovely little Bavarian community.
We are heading to Frankenmuth, and we just heard about how they are a beautiful, clean city. But today we're going to talk about why they are a great city for Cerevasophiles. I just learned that word.
Cerevasophiles?
Beer lovers, like me.
I thought it was people afraid of spiders.
And we are talking with Jamie Furbush, who is the president and CEO of the Frankenmuth Convention and Visitors Bureau, who is here to tell us all about the World Expo of Beer and all things Frankenmuth. So this event is taking place May 16th through 17th, and I know you do this every year. So for folks that maybe haven't had a chance to come up for it yet, or down for it, or over for it, what is the World Expo of Beer?
So the World Expo Beer is, I call it a beer sampling extravaganza. It is really there's about 50, last year there were 65 different breweries that had over 300 brews on display for sampling, and so guests get a sample mug with their admission, and they go around and sample various, they can buy tickets for as many samples as they'd like. It's a wonderful fundraising effort locally as well, and so it's nice to be able to drink for a cause.
Well, I was just noticing this is run by the Frankenmuth Jaycees, right?
It is. Our young leaders in our community have been running this event for about 10 years now, and it's been very successful for various community efforts.
Well, with the kind of the Bavarian, little Bavarian theme that Frankenmuth has, do you know if the beers that they sample, if they're primarily from Germany, Austria, Switzerland area?
No, they're all over. We had 10 countries represented last year in 13 states, and with craft beer being such a really popular and growing tradition in Michigan, we've had a lot of Michigan breweries, of course, on board as well, and that's been a growing sector of the representation. But we continue to have representation from various countries like Belgium and, of course, Germany and all over the country. So, or all over the globe, excuse me. So. It is a worldly representation.
So what happens at the World Expo of Beer? Do they have food pairing? I know that's a big deal with beer these days. Or is it all about sampling that beer?
The majority of people that come really are all about the beer and the beer sampling, and they come in masses, some with pretzels on string around their neck, ready to, they're fully prepared for the experience. And others we do have a beer school that offers a class on Friday and Saturday evenings, and so there's different classes that they can take, and they typically sell out, so it's something that people will want to register for in advance. And then we do have all of the judges, the beers are judged prior to the event. That'll be coming up here in April, and it's a private judging that happens with certified judges. So at the event, you can taste the award-winning beers in each category, which is kind of a neat thing.
I need to learn how to become one of those.
Yeah.
Well, you're a Cerevasophile already. I mean, what else do you expect?
I'm halfway there.
Yes.
Right.
Wow, that's cool. So that's all happening May 16 and 17. Where is this going to be taking place?
In Heritage Park in Frankenmuth, of course.
In Heritage Park. And so do you have to buy your tickets in advance, or can you just buy them, at the door?
You can buy them at the door, but I highly recommend, because the lines get long for admission, that you buy them in advance if you are planning on attending. So you can just go to worldexpobeer.com and they can purchase tickets right there, and it'll save you some time in line.
Sounds good. So that's only a few weeks away, May 16th and 17th, kind of the first big event of the spring, I would think. But there are so many things happening in Frankenmuth. Funtown, USA. I think that's one of your other terms that you use to kind of represent or kind of tell people what Frankenmuth's all about. Such a fun town.
Yeah.
For Memorial,
phone number, of course.
Yeah, that is your phone number?
1-800-FUNTOWN.
Oh, Funtown. How cool is that? So Memorial Weekend's right around the corner. Anything big happening for Memorial Weekend?
Memorial Weekend is a huge launch to the summer here. We have 3 big festivals actually that happen at one time over the course of the weekend. So we have the Dog Bowl, which is an Olympic-style dog event. Thousands of people come just for that. It's really quite amazing. If you have a dog or are a dog lover, that's the place to be Memorial Weekend. Saturday and Sunday, various events, dock diving and parades and costumes and all kinds of agility things. Lots and lots of dog lover stuff there at the Dog Bowl. We also have the hot air balloon balloons over Bavaria, which have balloon glows on Friday and Saturday night. Very cool family activities. They'll light up somewhere between 20 and 30 balloons, and you can kind of walk around and meet the pilots and take pictures. It's a very, very neat thing to do with the family. We also have the Tour de Frankenmuth on Saturday and Sunday, which is a bike race that goes throughout the community. And then we cap the weekend off with a wonderful fireworks show on Sunday. So it's a big weekend and a lot of fun here in Frankenmuth.
So your dog event, do the dogs have to be any, particularly smart by any chance?
No.
That's good. Well, maybe I can bring my dog.
Yeah, we don't discriminate. All dogs are welcome. Small,
Right.
big, smart, not so smart. Yeah.
Yeah, my dog, not the smartest of the bunch. Let's put it that way. But we love her anyway.
That's right.
That's good. So that's kind of Memorial Weekend type stuff. Anything in particular new that we should mention as well? Some new things to do or visit while visiting Frankenmuth this spring.
Yeah, so we have some really exciting new things happening in Frankenmuth. Of course, I think we've talked before, but about the Vendor Splash Village water park expansion. They're nearly doubling the size of their water park with a amazing building that will have a retractable roof for the new portion of the water park. Essentially, they'll have two water parks in one facility. And this one is geared more towards, if you have those teenagers that are 13 and up, some of the rides that they'll have will be a bit more adventurous than what we have in the existing park. So we're really excited about that. With the retractable roof, it really makes it a wonderful Four Seasons destination, which we are proud to be here in Frankenmuth. So that's opening in July. We're really excited about that. Of course, the Adventure Park in Frankenmuth just opened in the fall, and so we're really excited for their first full year. It's an aerial forest park, really like an obstacle course up in the trees. So there's zip lines included, but it's also various obstacles that you have to go through when you're, harnessed in the contraption there. It's and there's 5 different courses for beginners up to advanced climbers. So a very cool outdoor experience. And then we also have a new kayak and paddleboard rental company that is starting this summer in Heritage Park downtown, which will be another great use of our Cass River, something that we're very proud is kind of really beginning to grow, and we're learning how to best utilize our local resource. So it's wonderful.
Yeah, where is that Adventure Park located?
It's actually located on Heinleinstrasse, which is behind Bronner's Christmas Wonderland. You may be familiar with Sullivan's Black Forest, and so the street that they're on, just at the end of the street there's a wooded area.
Well, Frankenmuth is just such a great town to visit. It doesn't matter what time of the year. There are so many great places to stay. Obviously, great meals to be had. And the shopping downtown, I just love everything about Frankenmuth. It's a great place. Really highly recommend you consider checking it out. Maybe during World Expo of Beer coming up May 16th and 17th. Or during any of the other events, Memorial Weekend. And if you're not looking for an event, Frankenmuth is the perfect fun town just to visit at any time of the year. I want to thank Jamie Furbush, President, CEO of the Frankenmuth Convention Visitors Bureau, for joining us today, and invite you to use these 2 websites, worldexpoofbeer.com to learn about that event, or for everything else, just go to frankenmuth.org. Whether you're a Cerevisiphile or not, you'll find Frankenmuth a great place to visit. What other events should people consider around the state, Michelle?
We were talking about dogs, so they should consider the Dog Walking Canine Festival in Vicksburg that is happening May 3rd. Top-notch entertainment and competitions, fun activities. It's great for families with furry friends. The Can-to-Can Fishing Tournament is going on in Harbor Beach May 3rd. It's salmon and trout fishing tournament on Lake Huron. And you can also get your salmon and trout fishing fix in the Lexington Salmon and Trout Fishing Tournament, also happening on the 3rd. For folks that may be Cerevisophiles or Winophiles, I forget the official term for that, there's the Nip and Nosh at Two Leads Winery happening on May 3rd up on Old Mission Peninsula, and there is a sangria party happening at Round Barn Winery and Distillery in Baroda on the 3rd. For families who have young kids, enjoy a day out with Thomas. The Thrill of the Ride Tour 2014 is rolling into the Henry Ford on May 3rd through 4th. And while you're there, just check out everything that they have to offer at the Henry Ford. And Suburban Collection Showplace hosts Michigan International Women's Show May 1st through the 4th. Food, fashion, fun for mothers, daughters, sisters, and girlfriends at this 19th annual event happening the 1st through the 4th at Michigan's Suburban Collection Showplace. So go to michigan.org. You can learn about these events. You can learn about all sorts of events. It's that time of the year that there is things happening all over the state.
I have spoken at some of those women's events. I think they're a lot of fun.
I bet you do.
I think we need to have men's events, though. You never hear about those. Although the women's events, they really are cool, and ladies should check them out all around the state. Thank you, Michelle. We're going to find out what's happening over in Port Huron. Some exciting events for people who like to paddle. Some cool stuff happening there, and we'll find out about it next, right here on Travel Michigan, where your trip begins at michigan.org.